Okay, here's another handy thing we can do in Capcut. Now, Capcut, as its name might mention and might make sense, is all about being able to add captions and effects to your TikTok, to your Instagram videos and your Reels, to all of those things and being able to do it easily. And it's such an easy phone when you're using your phone. Now, we're going to delve in today and we're going to add captions to a video that I've created earlier. So we're going to pick the video.
Are you lost for what?
We're going to hit add. And that video is going to load over the next little while. It starts to create a cover. It starts to do all of those things nice and easily for us. Now, we want to have captions on our videos for two reasons. One is to make it accessible. Number two is to make sure that people can watch the video without sound on and get an idea. And they also make some good cover images along the way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over here to the text button. And from the text button, you've got auto captions. And you go from your original sound and it starts to generate the captions that's about to go with the video. Now, as you can see, like all video editing software, it's lovely to catch me on an emotional face, which is a freeze and ready to go. So now we've got our captions. Now, I like to hit the batch edit button here, and I'm just going to have a look and make sure that there's nothing that I think is going to be out of line through that process. And you can scroll through and you can edit, click and edit if you need to. So that's all good. We're going to get back from there. Okay, now we can choose our style. And this is where I think Capcut comes to its own because it's got these lovely bubble effects and you can choose whatever type of bubble that you might like to have. So it can be a quote coming directly out of your mouth if you want it to be, or it can be something as simple, well, I like to use like these little ones that have got some boxes there or a little note or little tips to yourself. So you can just go through the options and choose which is going to work best for your video. And the beautiful thing is you can actually change this up quite a bit. So if we wanted to go from a speech bubble, we could do that. I'm most probably going to just go with a simple text box for this one today. Those top performing blog posts, that's still a little quote box. Little happy one looks good. This one looks good. We might run with this one today. So then we can resize it. Okay, and we can get ready to go. So I'm just going to click off on that for a second so you can see what I'm doing. Now, we don't want to have it too far in the bottom because if we have it too far in the bottom, that is going to then where the Instagram and the TikTok little overlays kick in and no one's going to be able to see our captions. So what we need now to do
Okay, are you lost for what to teach and you want to create an online course?
Watch. And what I can see is that style wasn't really working. So we're going back to style over here and we'll go for another bubble that might work for us and just have a look at what we might possibly use along the way. So let's just have a look at some other bubbles. I could spend hours looking at these bubbles. Let's just be really, really honest. They do help me being able to look at what we want to share with our content. So let's have a look at this bubble and see if it works. And of course, I'm not on somewhere that allows me to see the bubble. Yep, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And you've got the little edit button over here. So over here, you can start editing the colors. So you can edit the text color if you want it to be black, whatever you want it to be. Obviously, this was white. You can also add effects. So you can add an effect if you want the text to look a little bit sparkly, a little bit arty. You can add whatever types of effects and you can add an animation in. So if you want the text to do something a little bit different, you can add a little bit of an animation. I'm not for this particular one. I think we've got enough with the image in there as we go through. So then we preview our video.
Are you lost for what to teach and you want to create an online course?
So now we can see that our captions are going through. We'd watch over one more time, making sure that everything's okay, ready to go, and then we would export that video. Now, I still delete the Capcut endings on the end of my videos because it's my video. And one final thing that we need to do here is we need to work out where we trim it. And the best thing about adding captions is it shows you where you stopped speaking. So to being able to trim, if we go back out of the text one over here, we can hit the edit button and we can start to bring it back in. And we can just make sure that we're all good to go. So now I hit export and that one will be ready to load to TikTok, to Instagram, wherever I choose to load it.